Live from the 15 Minutes of Fame Studios, 39th and Broadway, in the heart of Bayonne, New Jersey, cause we couldn't afford a spot in Manhattan. Welcome to the Shut Up and Talk Show. Give it up for your hosts, me motherfuckers. Let's go.
What was the question again? I'm sorry.
Well, technically, I was trying to get from Jen.
Oh, how long between?
Yeah, how long in between,
basically,
and how did it happen? I need to know how it happened. How did that get set up?
So the Mook battle happened because basically I wanted to make that happen because I basically realized at that time it was a large percentage of street niggas, especially, they didn't have cable. They weren't watching MTV.
Or probably not even in the house.
And not even, you know what I'm saying?
TV, yeah.
So they hadn't seen the Gin battle. They just heard about it.
Right.
So a lot of people in the streets had heard about Serius, and it was like folklore almost. Like they heard about me, they heard this story, they heard this, they heard about this battle, but they hadn't seen it.
Right.
So it was like, I needed that. I needed them to see. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I knew that on some Harlem shit too, the streets wanted to see me and Mook. You know what I'm saying? I was like...
So it was already put out there.
I was talking 8th Avenue. You know what I'm saying? I was already to talk. Uptown Harlem versus downtown Harlem.
Where you living at?
I mean, I'm on 143rd and 8th. He's on 116th.
So you're living in Harlem during the Gin, during the Fight Club, shit like that.
Actually, at that time, when is this? 2003? I think I was back in Jersey by then.
I just want to make it clear that, you was in Harlem, not only in Harlem, you were living in Harlem at some point, too.
I don't remember what year my aunt passed, but when my aunt Callan passed, I took over her unit in the projects.
Okay.
For however many years after that. So, you know what I mean? But I don't remember what year that was. But basically, I think I was staying with my girl in Hackensack in Jersey at this time.
Okay.
So basically, I was close, but I was right over the bridge back in Jersey, I think, again. And at this time...
The streets are talking.
The streets is talking. I'm already the guy battling in Fight Club. I already did all this MTV shit, Blaze Battle shit. I've already, getting offers, all this type of shit. But I knew the final chapter was the streets. You know what I'm saying? I knew this was the last chapter. I need a classic street battle. I need something the streets gonna be jacking. I need niggas in barbershops arguing, talking about me, and I knew I needed that. So I knew that Mook battle would do that. So I really wanted to have it, I wanted to be some bread. But, no disrespect to them, they ain't have no bread to put up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, and then I'm like, so where the fuck we gonna have this shit at? He wanted to have it in the community center.
Wait. So you wanted to bet money. Hope I ain't starting no trouble here.
Yeah, I wanted to bet money.
You wanted to bet money, but they didn't have it or they didn't want to bet?
I don't think he wanted to bet it, but I mean, I don't know if he had it either, but
okay.
You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, niggas ain't bet.
Okay.
That's what it is, so. And I was looking at it like, and you want to battle on your block? It was like the community center on his block on 116th.
Right.
And I'm like, so what? All right, fuck it.
Right.
Let's do it.
Right.
So I did it anyway.
You battled in plenty people's hood before, right?
So we did that, and that was the same night that Mav snuffed old boy Dose.
Okay.
And me and him actually got into it outside because I'm like, yo, you just ruined our battle.
Wait a minute, because I know this also, but I need the people to understand. Is this the same place?
Yeah.
This is the same place. Because I know Mook and them, y'all were there at that battle with Dose versus Mav.
We were the main event of that night.
Okay.
At that building.
Okay, and it didn't happen.
Because of that.
Okay, go. I need people to know that.
So, I don't know if he had probably harbored animosity probably from even back then. Because maybe he felt like I embarrassed him or something, but I was just mad because I wanted to perform. So I'm on him like, what the fuck you hit that nigga, bro? He's like, man, he was on my face. I'm like, man, that little ass nigga ain't do nothing to you, man. And he's like, nah, bro, I promise. I'm like, man, get the fuck out of here. He just fucked it up for everybody. Like, I was tight. So I don't know if you maybe felt the way ever since that day, who knows. But basically, we didn't have a way to have the battle now. So I'm like, man, fuck that. We having this shit tonight. You know what I mean? I got all my niggas here. I'm all juiced up now, and you know what I'm saying? I got all these bars in my head. I'm like, nah, fuck that. So I'm like, you know what? No, we gonna do this shit at my barbershop then. And they was like, nah, we ain't coming up there.
Where was yours?
It wasn't even on. It wasn't even by the project. It was on 132nd and 8th, Big West Barbershop. So I'm like, yo, bro, this not even on my block technically. Like, come on, bro, you from Harlem, my nigga. I'm from Jersey. Like, that niggas like scared to come uptown. I was about to battle you on your block, my nigga. Like, what the fuck? But I think partially they was also finessing me to get there first, right? So by the time I got there, it was already packed. They had already had everybody in there. So it was like, oh, you motherfuckers.
So they made calls.
So set it up so that y'all all there in the back already deep. So when I'm coming in the shop, there's no room for my niggas to get in.
How many people you with?
We was like 15, 20 deep. You know what I'm saying? I came with the wolves. You know what I'm saying? Like this is it. You know what I'm saying? It's the streets. So you know what I mean? All my
Harlem niggas?
No. Yeah, of course. Okay. Harlem and Jersey niggas.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? My brothers, my cousins, the wolves. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when we get to the shop, it's literally not enough room. When we walk in, there ain't enough room. So I'm like, yo, y'all gonna have to tell some of these niggas to leave. My niggas gotta come in here. Like, y'all bugging. And niggas is like, so it's kind of like I'm kind of losing the crowd. I'm not realizing how much, one-sided this shit is. This nigga brought his whole hood, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, I just brought my niggas, you know what I'm saying? I didn't even make an announcement to the whole hood and no shit, you know what I'm saying? But now it's like, it's literally me versus his whole hood, you know what I'm saying? So like, that's why you say it's only me and 3 of mine. It was like no room for everybody to come in. So I'm telling niggas, yo, some of these niggas gotta leave. Like, so we making niggas leave so some of my niggas could come in, cause no space. And it's like, it's kind of making the crowd sound like, oh, come on, like type shit. So I'm just like, you know what? Fuck it. Again, another know what, fuck it moment. Know what, fuck it. That's me, bro. I really be fighting against all odds, y'all. I really be in Cali, Dolo, fighting, you know what I mean, gangs, whatever. I'm mobbing. Come on, man. So, long story short, I was like, fuck it. Let's just open the door. It was probably about 50 people outside that barbershop, but you see Smack never put the camera over there. So he only faced it at Mook's homies the whole time. And side view of me damn near. He didn't really get all them people outside. So that's why it was like, but I didn't peep the game of it back then.
Right.
That was Smack versus Fight Club. In his mind.
You think so?
Of course.
Huh.
He went and he took over where Fight Club stopped.
Like this is my shit. I'm gonna showcase Serius Jones, but I'm gonna really showcase Mook. Oh.
So I mean that's kind of what the vibe was, and that's what everybody felt like. So that's why you see I was kind of on that night.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you see my energy, it was really on some fuck y'all niggas type shit. And I saw what they was doing.
Right.
And I was like, man, y'all lame. Like for years I thought Mook was a lame. Like, man, you're fucking lame for that, right? Y'all sitting around rehearsing moves for niggas and, like, you know what I mean? Like,
because of the dot.
I say dot, y'all go like this. Like, it was like, oh, word, y'all stop doing. My niggas ain't gonna do all that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no choreographed moves. If you notice, most times I come to battle, you won't even know who my niggas is that's with me. Because they purposely be in the crowd, you know what I mean? So the one times, that something happened, it just ain't happen to go that way. But usually, it'd be like a military operation when we go into battles. Because it's money.
It's gotta be that way.
It's money, 10 bands, 5 bands, ain't nobody playing about that. It's life. People die.
Sometimes niggas on stage, the entourage usually fuck up the shit too, and they jump first.
I mean, when you have them type of people around you, to me, I mean, I know the lines that got blurry nowadays, and it's hard for people to know what a real street nigga is, or what a real, what a real man is, or what a real bozo ass nigga that just can rap good is. So if you have them type of people around you that's always jumping out of character and doing something crazy that's gonna mess up the money or the venue, that's how you know what the character of that nigga is. Why he got them type of people in his entourage. People around me know not to do no crazy like that. You know what I'm saying? They might react if somebody else do something crazy, but you know what I'm saying? Also it's a catch-22 because I've always been the type of person, I'll just mob, I'm going. Whether you come with me or not.
Right, right.
So like sometimes when you especially when you start getting into certain levels of the game, you don't even want your feelings hurt. So you won't even ask for help sometimes. You're just gonna go. And if your niggas is for real, they gonna mob with you. Because they know, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But there's certain times when everyone's not gonna go with you. It's just gonna be, you and whoever, you know what I mean?
And you gotta keep that in your mind at all times.
And that's how I always move, and that's why sometimes when people see, like, it be seeming like I'm just dolo, it's like, nah, I'm just a man. I just always believed on standing on your own, too,
Facts. So, you and Mook, prior to this, no animosity, no beef, just two battle rappers, two rappers,
Mm-hmm.
It's time for y'all to see each other type shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then this happens. Battling, now you're battling Mook. You're in the middle of this battle and his people is there, not enough people you have there. How's the battle going? How you feeling?
Well, honestly, I didn't like the way the energy of the battle was feeling because it felt like I got set up, kind of.
Since they were all there before you.
Yeah, it felt like y'all set this shit, room up and everything, like you know what I'm saying? It was like, oh, y'all niggas think y'all slick. That's why you see when the battle starts and I'm like turning the phone off, I'm like laughing, and I'm like, yo, like, and he like 116, man. And I'm like, what? Yeah, like I'm laughing. So I'm like, yo, this shit crazy. But realistically, Mook is one of the goats of this. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Mook is one of the greatest battle rappers ever. And I think what people don't understand is after 25 years of doing something, you're going to have a different level of attachment to it.
Mm.
You might come off a little emotional or weird or whatever when you're just sharing your opinion about stuff. And Mook's always been like that. If you think I'm tangent along with Mook is like, it's that on steroids. So
Who? Nah, not Mook. Nah, Mook. Shout out, Mook.
Shout out to Mook. So, I think he's misunderstood a lot, you know what I'm saying? Honestly, as the years go on, you know what I'm saying? I fucked with a lot of people that was his peoples. So it started to be weird, like, why am I just not fucking with this nigga just because, some rap shit? Like, it's kind of corny.
Right.
Like, but that's just how niggas thought.
So after that, you and Mook, little animosity for a little while?
Of course. I didn't fuck with that nigga.
Yeah.
I didn't fuck with him. He didn't fuck with me. If you look at the interviews, he'll say that nigga's whack. I'll say he's whack.
Right.
You know what I mean? It wasn't no cool nothing. But to be honest, that shit lame. That's lame. And I realized later.
When is the first time you run into Mook after that battle?
I don't know. Honestly, we don't, the only time that we started running into each other was really in the clubs. Because Mook, Mook would play the club, you know what I'm saying? And we was turn-up boys back then, you know what I'm saying? So I'll be in the club in Miami, I'll be in the club in New York, I'll be in the club. So shout out to, his uncle A. Scott, you know what I'm saying? Real home nigga, you know what I'm saying? And I would always be seeing him out with him. So I'd be like, man. So we started really chopping it up. And this is what's crazy, and this is what's dope about just growth. Like, Mook is a writer. He was always a smart kid. You know what I'm saying? He was always
takes pride in what he writes down.
He was always gifted. This is why, just like I was always gifted.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why, you can see these pictures I'm playing ball. I was winning trophies doing this, I was doing that. We gifted young black youth growing up in the ghetto or just in disenfranchised environments where we don't have another outlet.
Right.
These are our outlets. Rapping, playing ball, like we just named, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So we were doing all these sports. We were the young neighborhood kids that were just gifted. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. And we found a way to do something with that and make the world jacket. But we didn't know what we was doing, you know what I'm saying? And in reality, back then, I really didn't care. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I really...
living in the moment.
Yeah, you just living in the moment. What I cared about was not losing, and I cared about that money. I cared about winning. I just like winning. I'm on some Capricorn shit. So it's like...
Has there ever been talks of somebody trying to set you and Mook rematch up?
Yeah, definitely. But to be honest, that's a tall order, man.
It's a tall order now, right?
Like, that's a lot.
Yo, you
that's
know
a
what
lot
I've
of-
been.
That's a lot of history right there, bro.
Part of getting you to come here was also I wanted to try to set up to get you and Mook to sit down.
Yeah, you talked to him about that and break down our shit.
And I
That'll
still
be
want to
fine.
do that.
We can do
I
that.
still want to do that.
I'm down to do that.
And
there's so much untapped and untouched on shit.
Sure.
Even in us sitting here for an hour, it's
Yes.
still so much details surrounding that battle. Shout out to my man Norm. He the nigga in the video. I'm talking about this bitch ass tall nigga cheerleader. I did 3 commercials for his company. You know what I'm saying? Paid me handsome. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's history behind shit that you know what I mean.
Let me ask you this: how many notable battle rap faces was in that building, if you remember?
That night?
Yeah.
A few.
Name some people.
I think Queen's Flip was there.
Okay.
I think all his Dot Mob niggas was there, I think. Was Rex there? Yeah, Rex, you might not want to hug on this nigga, you get a yeast infection. Yeah, the Rex was there.
Lux not in the building?
Lux wasn't there.
Math and them didn't, because y'all came
He
from,
wasn't there neither.
so nobody from that venue.
They didn't know.
They didn't know. Okay.
They didn't know.
That's the part I didn't know.
Yeah, they didn't
if
know.
other people in the venue knew.
Nah, I literally called him. I wanted the smoke. I'm like, nah, you not ducking this smoke.
Right.
Cause we gonna have this shit right here. Come right here then, nigga. If you can't have it on your block, come over here then. That's how that was. Cause I knew what that was gonna give me. I knew, and honestly, the first time that I knew that shit set the streets on fire was when we went to Summer Jam. I went to Summer Jam, and literally, people had TVs with DVD players set up on top of their cars and shit, all playing that battle.
Wow.
And I walked past some lady and she was with her kids. She was like, oh my God, can we get like a picture with you? This wasn't off the Gen shit. This was off the Mook shit. And this was showing me like, nah, the streets jacking it. Like it worked.
Right.
It worked.
Definitely worked.
Life is serious. Shout out to Mook.
Shout out to Serius Jones versus Murda Mook, a battle rap classic.
Shout out to the classic. Hey, our saying used to be, classic is the standard. That used to be the saying. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm out to do every time, yo. Every time we trying to do some shit that's gonna live for 10 years, 15 years.
You're doing it. Yo, we'll be right back with the Shut Up and Talk show. Y'all stay tuned.
15 minutes of fame.
You are now listening to 15 Minutes of Fame Radio.
Let's go.